All right, so we're back. This is a new week. I have a new microphone. I'm trying to upgrade every week. Not every week. I don't got money every week. I got money every 2 weeks because I get paid every 2 weeks. But we're back. And this is Alcoholics Identified. And we are going to talk about things that you may be uncomfortable to talk about, but we're going to talk about them. And something I've been thinking about a lot is like, is social media my only way out? Is social media my only way to be free? Just to be able to be rich, just to be able to be fine in this world. All right. I don't know if I just fucked up the mic, but is social media my only way to be free? Is social media? I kind of have a lisp, and when I drink, the lisp gets worse. So I'm sorry to anyone that has a hard time hearing what I'm saying. Um, trying my best. As you guys can see, I'm in a wig cap. I'm putting on a wig. I'm putting on a purple wig. Actually, changing the hair up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We'll get there. But yeah, I'm in a wig cap right now. That's okay. Who cares? But yeah, what I wanted to talk about is social media my only way out. And the reason I brought that up is because I think a lot about like the work that I do, and I think a lot about just work in general and past works that I've done. Like I've worked um in food industry jobs where I've worked in like being a prep cook, um being a sous chef, I've never worked a retail job, never worked like Target, stuff like that. What other jobs have I worked? I've worked mainly just food and restaurant jobs, mainly. Um this is my first like a very different industry job. Right now I work as a carpenter, and it's very different. It's very different, but it's the same pace in a weird way. And I ask myself like, is this for me? Because sometimes I'm at that job and I'm just like, I hate being at work. And sometimes like, do I hate work or do I just hate my job? Maybe I'll find a job where it feels like it's not work. And I hear that quote a lot where it's just like, oh, when you work when you do what you love to do, it'll never feel like work. And I feel like that's not true. That's not true. And I feel like that will never be true because I'm really into music. I'm really into social media. I'm really into this broadcasting or video or whatever this may be, just expressing. And sometimes it's just like, yes, it does feel like work. Sometimes I have to remind myself to be consistent. I have to remind myself to care enough to be consistent. Because I had to ask myself, like, do I even like doing this? Even though this is the thing that I've done for most of my life consistently out of anything in my life, some being a kid, I've loved YouTube, TikTok, Vine, Instagram, and all of these things. I've always loved it, and still it feels like work. So it gets down to the point where I have to ask myself, maybe I'm just fucking lazy. Maybe I just don't like to do shit. Maybe I just want to do things when I want to do it. And I can accept that answer because at least that would just bring me to the truth of like, you're just a lazy bitch and you just need to do better. You just need to work harder. And that's just the truth. Like, life is work. A part of life is work. Like, you can't ignore that. Like, you have to work. No matter what it is, there is a certain amount of work where even in times where you don't feel like doing it, like that's what the definition of work is. I feel is like when you don't feel like doing something and you do it, it's work. So everything involves a certain amount of work, you know, and as I'm trying to be more consistent with my YouTube page and trying to like talk to you guys and trying to just tell you how I feel, it's just like I have to admit to myself, like, at some point, like, this is work. And I want to be able to be consistent with you guys, and I want to be able to not only be consistent, but to elevate. Like, not just come on here every day and just give y'all a, hey, how are you doing? My name is Noah Wesley, and blah, 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 blah. No, it's also to come here next week and try to elevate that. Give you guys something else to look at. Give you guys something else to be entertained by. That shit gets boring after a while. Like, nobody wants to hear a fucking story time every fucking second of every week. So I have to understand that. And even just little things like this of me getting a mic, like, that's a part of me trying to elevate, you know? So I get it. I get it. Trust me, I get it. It's just there's certain work that you like and there's certain work that you don't like. Like that quote that keeps going around with Bob Marley, where it's like there's suffering with everyone, but you just have to be willing to deal. You just have to be understand what you're willing to suffer for, and there's work with everything, and you just have to be willing to understand what you're choosing to work for. And even with me working as a carpenter, it doesn't mean that I hate carpentry. It doesn't mean that I hate building shit. I actually like building shit. I think I just don't like building there. I think I just don't like building at the pace that we're building in, and I just don't like the fact that I'm not able to have. They don't have the patience to be able to really elevate me and to really make me a prodigy as a carpenter. So it's hard. It makes me not want to be there, you know? So yeah. But sometimes I feel like social media is really my only way out, you know? I try so many ways of how to like try different ways of like to get social media. Oh, should we go YouTube? Should we do documentaries and or vlogs or stuff like this? Or should we do TikTok? Where should do hair videos and da-da-da. And it's just like at the end of the day, it's just like it's none of that. What it is, it's actually all of that. But it's plus consistency. That's what all of these things rely you to do is be consistent. And maybe I just hate consistency because consistency doesn't allow me to do things on my own time. So next YouTube video, we're going to talk about how can we fucking rewire our brains to be consistent. So here we are with the next YouTube video. See you later.